The King Von effect is like a social
where his
experiment.
music didn't feel like music. It felt like footage, like you were watching something happen, not just hearing about it. And whether everything he said was real or not, people treated it like it was. They picked sides, argued in the comments, followed it like a TV show. And that's the part that's hard to ignore. Because
No
at a
bull.
certain point, it stopped being about the music. It became
Literally.
about something else. Something that started bleeding into how people think, how they
Honestly, I really think that his music was really just a side plot. I feel like everybody had King Von in a place higher than his music. I feel like music was just a subgenre to King Von. You feel what I'm saying? They talk about how good he looked. They talk about all the beat that he was getting in. Why is my shoulder? What are you doing? They talk about how good he looked, how all the beat that he was getting in, how crazy dude supposedly was. Bro, it was so much more. The music was literally just an add-on, bro. Like a downloaded add-on.
and how they speak, especially younger people. And when you zoom out and really look at the bigger picture, what's being consumed, how people react to it, what it all turns into, it almost feels like we're watching a social experiment in real time. Nobody agreed to it, but here we are. Now, for anyone who isn't familiar with King Von, he was a 26-year-old rapper from Chicago. And
Eye contact with King Von.
Standout wasn't just the music. It was how real what he was rapping about felt. The way he told stories, the detail.
Why King Von look like non-vicious? No, why non-vicious? This picture specifically, why he look like non-vicious?
About felt. The way he told stories, the detail, the specificity. It felt like he wasn't just rapping, he was reporting.
I be lying.
And whether he actually lived everything he talked about, that's been debated since he died in 2020. But honestly, that almost doesn't even matter because people believed it. And that belief is where things start to get interesting. Fast forward a few years, especially after the pandemic, and something just feels different. You can see it. Crimes feel more brazen, more violent than ever. And it feels like we've been desensitized to the severity of what's going on in society.
And are you saying that because of King Von social experience? Are you saying King Von was a CIA plan? Better watch where you step it, bro. I ain't even gonna lie with you.
Yeah, people will point to the economic uncertainty and or
might gotta move quiet. You can't be saying that too loud.
Which are very much real, and those things do play a role. But I don't think people talk enough about what's being televised on these phones. Because that's where a lot of people are learning how to see the world now.
Oh, bro. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't remember the last time I'm saying, oh my gosh, like do I have chroma key on this bit? I do. See, that's why it's having this little thing right here, because I have chroma key. Turn that off. Y'all get to see me personally in the flesh. Live with it. ATG. That is not the sign for ATG. Put up something crazy. We gonna cut that out. I remember the last time I even seen the news, bro. Like, last time I even seen the news, I get my news off of TikTok, barely even YouTube anymore. I get my news off of, like, sometimes Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I don't believe in Twitter. Twitter's actually hell.
Young people still figuring themselves out. That hits different. Real life violence is
it's only gonna get worse too. It's like
basically become gamified. And when that happens,
gamified,
start treating real lives like they actually matter. People stop valuing life the way they should.
So what King Von got to do about any of this?
Because a lot of what young people are exposed to is presented as content. But if you really look at it, it starts to feel more like instructions on how to move, how to respond, how to carry yourself. And that's the reality that's being broadcasted. And that word broadcast has always been very interesting to me. Because originally it came from agriculture. It meant spreading seeds across a large area, planting something, and letting it grow. But over time, that word got picked up by media, radio, television, used to describe sending out signals in the form of programs to millions of people at once. And the man behind the radio, Guglielmo Marconi, believed this kind of technology would actually...
Amazing. That was amazing pronunciation. I would have fried that name.
Bring people closer.
Would have had a red beam on my forehead.
Together. He personally even believed that it would make war impossible.
I love my family.
Can't communicate.
I'm happy where I am.
Conflict in the first place. But when you look at society now, it almost feels like the opposite happened. Because instead of just spreading information, instead of connecting people the way it was meant to, it's being used to influence them. And not all of that influence is good. And if you really think about it, we're still broadcasting, but now it's not just seeds anymore. It's ideas, behavior, ways of looking at the world. And when that reaches people who are still figuring themselves out, it doesn't just stay on a screen, it grows.
Hey, what influence? I feel like there's a lot of influence in the world right now. And I definitely can see that, like, especially with the underground and how much people believe in the aesthetic. I have seen comments of people who are literally praising, like quite literally praising artists off of their music, and that's just straight music. But this right here, this is literally just off of just the image, and that's what I'm saying. Like, image is so much more important to people nowadays than music itself, bro. And that's where I feel like that's where the downfall of underground is all gonna go downhill, bro. It's all gonna go downhill from here, because it's definitely gonna get worse. Like, I don't ever see who could possibly come up from the ground 3 days after dying and then
everybody need a little help.
I'm chatting.
That's what happens when something isn't just watched. It's repeated, reinforced, and normalized. And when that's coming straight from a screen...
What was that? What gun was that? I ain't never seen that in my life.
Reinforced and normalized. And when
he somehow just did this
that's coming
and then started shooting at me. Wait, no, it's a mouth.
A device you carry with you.
Man, that was racist.
Everywhere. That's when things start to shift. Because at
Coedie
a certain point, it
apologized.
stops feeling like content and it feels like reality. And for a lot of people, it is their reality. But what kind of reality is it? And that's where it gets dangerous, because obviously, life ain't a Scarface movie. There are real consequences to your actions. And for people...
I never watched Scarface. Is it good? All I know is like 3 lines from it. Isn't like something about little friends or something? Rise.
But this didn't start with King Von.
Is that X?
The streets have always existed. But the difference now is how visible everything is. There was a time where you actually had to be outside to see all this. Now,
dang, that was all visualized, all televised.
World Star, those viral fight videos. Nobody was calling it content back then. It was just footage, because there's something about raw reality that pulls people in. At that point,
why though? Why is it so interesting for people? I can never get it. I never get why people like genuinely like love to see fight videos. Like, I hate seeing that on my timeline. I hate seeing it. It's definitely mostly on Twitter. So I guess Instagram is like a day. It's like a day where they just post freaking demonic fighting videos. But Twitter's all over that. And I know some people who genuinely just I don't know why I keep saying genuinely, bro. I'm just saying genuinely. Like, who am I, Dabo?
Just something you heard about. It was
just call himself Dabo.
It was really once social media took over that it turned into something else entirely. It became an arena, almost like Rome back in the day, when crowds would sit and watch these brutal fights play out.
It's everything that we see now is the same thing that happened back in the day. The same thing that happened back in the day, and the same thing that happened after back in the day, before.
Something happens when you grow up watching this. Like, even if you've never been in that situation yourself, you kind of already know how it's supposed to go. You know the language, you know the energy, the response, because you've seen it play out 100 times on your screen. And that's when the content becomes a guide for how to behave in real life. Wow. Not because somebody told them to act like that.
But because we just be seeing it so many times.
But because that's just what's been normalized. And young people especially, they're still building their identity. Still figuring out who they are and what they stand.
That's why if I raise my kids, they're not gonna get a phone until like 20 years old.
And for, and if the loudest, most visible thing in...
Imagine. I wonder how I would be if I didn't have a phone right now. Like, if I had no phone, no media, no nothing. Like, I'd probably be the happiest dude in the world. I actually probably be the happiest person in the world, bro. It's crazy. But like, I'll probably be so naive. There's like pros and cons to like not having a phone. Like, I'll probably be so naive. Like, I wouldn't know what's going on. I'll probably be stupid smart though. Stupid smart. If I had no social media or any like type of AI thing, like, I'll do all my work. I'll look exactly how I look right now, bro. The glasses, pushing up the glasses, doing all my work, spending all, boy, room clean, all that, boy, productive, boy. I'll probably have more of these. But I got a phone, so I'm just a little...
Their world is this, then that.
Only I can say that. You can't.
Thing. A lot of this is built on illusion. The image is real.
What could possibly be? Why does it have to be chaos to get attention? Like, is there not anything else that could get attention without getting, like, I don't know, cornified or something, bro? Why does chaos gotta be the cool thing around here, bro? Why you gotta have a gun when you post the music? Why you gotta do all that? There's no way. Like, we used to be so corny, that's the thing, but we just started to realize that, and then now we're realizing that it's corny. So now we gonna switch to what? We gonna switch to the
influence is real. The consequences are real, but what people are consuming, that's a product that's been...
This type of era used to be neglected. Like, people did not want to go to this. Now it's normalized. Like, what, the era when Snoop, NWA, all those people, that used to be like, you can't listen to this when you're young, bro. It's normalized now.
Existed. It's always been a part of life.
Lil Durk is still in jail.
This
You said search it up.
in your face. Now it's curated through the feed, repeated through the algorithm.
Why you keep showing me this image of this dude looking at me, bro? I guarantee you, like, just imagine Vaughn face to face, like, he looking at you like this, bro. Like, what's your next steps?
And fed to people for... You ever had a moment where a stranger approaches you and the first thing that pops in your head is, what does this person want? Not even based on anything they did or said, just off instinct. That right there, that's what this turns into. A kind of quiet distrust where you're always...
That's why it's harder to approach girls these days. You said what that got to do by anything?
A little on edge, always reading between the lines, always questioning people's intentions. And yeah, that's a protective instinct. It's supposed to protect you, right? It's your brain trying to keep you safe. But when that becomes your default, it starts to shape how you see everybody. And it may not seem connected at first, but it is. Because when you're constantly exposed to violence, even just watching it, it doesn't just stay on a screen. It changes what you expect from people and the world. And the people behind us, they know exactly what they're doing.
You talk
There's
about
so much footage. How did we get to Prince?
music that's going out there
Prince is OD swaggy, bro. Oh my god.
right now. Are you talking about any particular
Nobody was rocking it like Prince, bro. Like, what hair you see like that and you see someone actually rocking it?
type of music think is such a
Take it off that
positive
bike.
influence?
You right.
Well, it's very obvious when you hear words and lyrics, whether they enlighten.
Who I got, Prince or Mike Jack? If you say Prince, you LARPing right now. I guarantee you can't name 5 Prince songs. But if you can name 10 Prince songs, I can say that you're not LARPing. Personally, I would go Mike Jack, but that's because Prince ain't really like, Prince kind of got slow music a little bit. You know, I like the pop. I like pop. So.
Or discouraged.
Okay, so hip hop gets slammed a lot. Marilyn Manson gets
I told you, hip hop was neglected. Hip hop wasn't the cool thing. Now hip hop is normalized.
slammed. Korn gets slammed. A lot of those acts that are, out there putting is that what we're talking about?
It's not what I'm talking about.
No?
I'm just talking about the truth.
Just general?
Yeah. The truth is that you either are here to enlighten or discourage.
But more important than what Prince said, what are people actually
That look like you, bro.
connecting to?
That look like the dude that's talking
But
in the
more
video.
important than what Prince said, what are people actually connecting to? Because this isn't just about a few
there's a lot of
individuals.
videos
It's
of
about a
just black
mindset.
men getting
And when that
arrested,
mindset
bro.
gets repeated
Okay, when I say that.
enough, normalized enough,
Oh yeah, don't even keep me started on the, bro. Oh my gosh, like this is just
it's about a mindset.
crazy.
And when that
This right here is literally just straight social media. bro.
mindset
I can definitely say there's some white people who definitely grew up in that environment, but there's some people who genuinely like believe that they move like that just because of what they see and what they see on the internet, and that be blown with me. Like
it doesn't just shape the culture. It starts shaping the people in it, and that's what makes this.
Out. Boy, we need to hear everything. We need to just take the whole thing off. I'm not gonna lie. What you holding on for?
Once you start seeing the effect and you start paying attention to it, you kind of start to see it everywhere. Y'all let me know in the comment section.
Oh, bad. W video.